Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So as it said on the thumbnail, this video is really it's an advice video about coming to Pattaya, the things that you need to know if you're coming as a newbie. There will be some information for people who have been before, but we're actually in Pratamnak right now and we're going down Soi 4. Now Pratamnak has three main sois, Soi 4, Soi 5 and Soi 6. Now Soi 4 is separate because it leads down to a completely separate beach from which the other two lead to. They've recently, on the left side there, they've built a whole new load of shops and everything. Well, it's really quite busy now. It used to be very little here now. It's getting busier and busier, Soi 4. And also it's cheaper than Pratamnak is cheaper than the other places. Only yesterday, there's a little golf place on the left there. Only yesterday I found a little, what do you call it, a caravan or a little small, very, very small trailer, which is actually a kitchen, has chairs and tables outside, and they make burgers. And this guy was selling burgers, him and his wife, and I had one. And it was just about a similar size to a Burger King sort of junior cheeseburger, you know, which in Thailand would be about 350 baht. Do you know how much this guy and his wife were selling it for? 75 baht, which is about $2. And this was on Soi 5, the next soi to this, about halfway down the right. Go have a look. Right, we're at the top of the car park where Asia Hotel is, where it leads down to the beach. Now this particular beach, which we're going to walk down to now, has two names. It's called either White Beach, or on Google Maps it's called Paradise Beach. Take your pick which you want to call it. Okay, so now then, as far as we're talking about people who are unfamiliar with Thailand and Pattaya, one of the first things that you need to know is when to come, what time of the year to come, because most people have no idea. Thailand has 3 seasons really. It has the cooler season, which is November to February inclusive, when the weather is in the 20s centigrade, around 80 Fahrenheit, which is beautiful. It's dry and it's lovely, not too hot. That's by far the best weather. But of course it gets crowded, and this is high season for the obvious reason, because of the good weather. But it also happens to coincide with, at the time of the year, with the very cold winters in Europe and North America and China, Korea and Japan. So that's a lot of snowbirds, isn't it? And this season gets a lot of tourists. Now there's the beach. This is either White Beach or Paradise Beach. Take your choice what you want to call it. So next we get hot season, March to May inclusive, which is now. Now when I say hot, I mean hot and humid. For example, today, right now, it's about 12 noon, okay, and it's 37 degrees centigrade, about 100 Fahrenheit, in the shade. Now, as some of you know, I used to work in Dubai, and it sometimes reached 50 centigrade or 122 Fahrenheit. But it was different because it was bone dry and you didn't sweat so much. But here you sweat like crazy because it's so humid. For example, we just rode down Soi 4 there, didn't we, on the bike, and because of the airstream I wasn't sweating. Then when we've stopped, I walked down the steps there along to the beach to the left, and already my t-shirt right now is soaked with sweat already. I mean, the hot season finishes about the end of May, which once again coincides at the same time roughly as the lovely warm spring weather starts in the snowbirds countries, including Korea, Japan and China. So there's no need for any snowbirds to stay in Thailand anymore. They can go home and have a lovely summer, spring and summer in their own country, and come back in November if they want to. But this is the sort of the times that you need to understand. Then you of course have the rainy season, which is from June to October. Now, it's not as bad as it sounds because it's scattered showers, really. By the way, where we are now, this has been made by Asia Hotel, which is just up to the left side there. I think it's been made for Instagram. And they've put this writing on the wall, which you'll see in a second, which is actually not the name of the beach, but they've just chosen to call it that. Why not? Just for Instagram, I suppose. But anyway, it's lovely. I mean, look at the beach, look at the view. Can you fault that? Nothing wrong with that view, is there? So where were we up to now? Yes, so the rainy season isn't that bad at the beginning. It's just scattered showers. I mean, sometimes it can be heavy, but you just dodge into a shop or something and wait only 30 minutes until it's passed and finished. That's it for the day out quite often. They're quite short and quite not too bad until September. Now that's when it can get bad with floods. I mean, if there is any month in the whole year which you should avoid, it's September in Thailand. You don't want to come in September. So when should you come? High season, November to March, or low season the rest of the year? That really depends on if you don't mind crowds and and the higher prices which you get in high season. There's no discount, no bargaining and what have you in high season. So the other thing is, do you prefer less people and being able to bargain for lower prices? Then that's low season. So you have to put up with a little bit of rain in low season, but that's my favourite time, actually. So when this hot weather finishes in the next week or two, then we have low season all the way to November, and that is my favourite time. Okay, look at that beach, isn't it lovely? It's not very big, this beach, actually. It's only quite short, but it's nice. By the way, if you do want to come this beach, because nobody knows what its proper name is, then you can't name it on Bolt Taxi. But what you can do is say the Asia Hotel at the bottom of Soi 4, which is the car park where we just park the bikes, and then they'll drop you there. A simple, easy way out of the problem. Okay, so next subject, about hotels. Now it depends if you're going to come high or low season once again, and you should always pre-book using something like Agoda or Booking.com in high season because it's so busy. And never use Facebook. It's just full of scams. I've mentioned them before. Up there is the Beach Bum Bar, and the one next to it is a little restaurant as well, White Beach Restaurant they call it. Anyway, carrying on. What you should do really is in high season book everything because you have no choice. But in low season, I always used to, when I came before, book just a couple of days in a hotel to see if you like the area, see if it's not too noisy, see because it could be next or very near a bar. You don't know. A lot of things that you don't know. Okay, so you just book a couple of days, and then you go wandering around and have a look, see what deals you can get, because you can walk into hotels and get really good deals in low season because they want customers. It's a completely different ball game low season, which is one of the reasons I like it. And if for any reason you can't find a better deal, you just go back onto Agoda and just extend your booking. It's easy. It's a great time low season. Okay, another subject. For newbies especially, getting around Pattaya. How do you get around? Well, really, you want to stay in the central area if you can, because that is covered by the BART buses, which are like a pickup truck with seats in the back. Uh, and it's only 10 baht to go anywhere around the circle. They run up from South Pattaya Road all the way up to uh, what's it called? The Terminal 21, and then down Beach Road all the way back to Walking Street. It's a big like loop. You use those anytime you can. Use those, okay? Now, if you happen to have to go outside of that loop, that area which the BART bus covers, then you use Bolt, the app called Bolt, B-O-L-T, Bolt taxis, right? And that knows exactly where you are from your phone, from your location on your phone, and you put in where you want to go, and it gives you a price, and you can have either a car or you can have a motorbike. If there's two of you, you always choose a car, because they will do like the motorbike taxis do, and they'll charge double for two people on a motorbike, which is insane. It's a scam, but it's the way it is here. You accept it. But they don't do that with a car. You get a fixed price for a car, and two people can use the car. So always use Bolt. Never use walk up to the motorbike taxis. Just walk away from them. If there's a group of them, the Bolt taxi won't want to come near them. So just walk away. If you see any orange vested taxi people, and call a Bolt. Okay, so that's a new thing, recent thing, and not new but recent thing. Like you use Bolt. Okay. Now then, another thing which really you need to learn is where to shop, because shopping it can be so cheap, or it can get ripped off. I mean, for example, don't go buying stuff on Beach Road. All those shops down Beach Road, it's all double the price it should be. If you go learn where the other markets are, like Teprasit Market or various other ones that there are around Pattaya, go to the markets where it's cheaper to do a lot of shopping, or go to like the shopping malls, such as the Night Bazaar, which is just opposite Central Festivals down the roadside. Get such bargains there. Or Mike's Shopping Mall, which is further down on Beach Road. You get such bargains there. So learn about where to shop. Don't get ripped off. If you want to eat, some of the food courts are really good, especially Terminal 21. The food court on the top floor is dirt cheap, and it's really quite good. It's fairly small portions, but it's absolutely so cheap. And then in Central Festival downstairs in the basement, again, very, very good food and very cheap. So there are certain places that you need to learn about where to go and where to eat and things like that. I mean, you don't want to spend a fortune unless you feel like it. I mean, you can go eat in the steak houses on yourself Soydana, go there by all means, or whatever, or a place like Hops and Watch, which is wonderful food, but it's not cheap. So it just depends what you want. Now, another thing, of course, which I've mentioned many, 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 many times is nightlife and entertainment. You have to be careful here, really, really careful. One thing is, if you want to go to Walking Street, go once in your holiday, have a look, maybe go and just experience it, just to see what it's like. But it is a total rip-off. So, just if you have to try it, if you're curious, just go once, and then stay away from Walking Street after that. It's just, that's what I think. Yeah, I mean, obviously you know what I think about gents clubs. They're wonderful. They're such good value. But if you want to see the top end of the market, but if you're going to go in there, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. It really is. You could maybe do it once and that's all. Wouldn't go doing that regularly unless you are very rich. By the way, we're just going to walk up here to White Beach Restaurant and Beachbum Bar, and then we'll walk up through the back way, which is a different way to get back into the car park. If you look to the right, just down here there's a sign saying White Beach Restaurant. Can you see it there? So take your choice what you want to call this place. Okay. By the way, some people want to do tours, like maybe a water park or one of the sites, special sites which you see. I wouldn't go booking that online through a big website, because it's a lot cheaper if you just walk around and find these little shacks that sell tours, access to tours. There's lots of tours, but just go and walk around and buy them from the people, not from a big international website. That you get ripped off. So that's another little thing to learn. As far as safety is concerned, by the way, it's very safe here. If you ever were worried about that, don't be worried. It's very, very safe here, okay? It's somewhere... Oh, there's something else which I discovered sort of fairly recently with regard to restaurants, big restaurants, the very big ones. I've started to avoid them now, because I've found that the food standard has dropped considerably in the very big restaurants, because they're getting coach loads of a certain demographic in by the dozens and dozens and dozens of them. So the quality's gone, I'm afraid, in my opinion. Anyway, just a few things which you maybe I think you can learn a few things from. Okay. So I hope you like the little walk on the beach, and please subscribe, like, share, ring the bell, and have a look at Patreon down at the bottom. Just click more and click on the Patreon link. And thank you very much for watching, guys. See you on the next video.